Great. Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Friday, December 12th, year of our Lord 2025. My Cordaro Jewelers watch tells me it is 9:12 and change. Broadcasting today from the United States of America. I can prove it despite the fact that the Democrats want to kill us. It's the place where the brave, like the veterans we salute today, thanks to our dear friend, John Basiliga, and his great Basiliga hospitality. Veterans we lost this year but celebrate today, thanks to John, like Gerald Louis, Poppy, Jer, Heron of Duryea, James Rada, Wilkes-Barre, Jerome Holland, Kingston, Daniel Luce, Wilkes-Barre, Richard Griffin, North Scranton, Richard Butch Jackson, Canadensons, Factoryville, and Scranton, John Badner, Taylor, and Galen Snyder, Bloomsburg. The United States of America, founded with a certain knowledge and understanding by our amazing, incredible, irreplaceable founding fathers, that government is not, shall not be, cannot be our parent, our guide, our direction, our salvation. Not any of these things, but is nothing more than a necessary evil we require to organize and protect society. The United States of America, the country where, for the first time in human history, freedom was declared to be an unalienable right granted to each individual by God. It was not something that could be parceled out to groups. Freedom could not be controlled by government or government officials because our great American Constitution ensures and codifies freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of association, economic freedom, and freedom of the press, no matter how they use it or abuse it. Now, armed with these freedoms, and only because they had them, uniquely and for the first time in world history, a ragtag bunch of immigrants, rejects, and their progeny created the richest, most powerful, most culturally diverse and accepting nation ever to grace our planet Earth. Freedom equals success. Isn't that interesting? America, the only place specifically invented and designed so that every American can live their life in the manner they choose, unlimited by their background, upbringing, race, color, or creed, unhindered by the government or those who would use government to control others for their own comfort, benefit, or power. This Bob Cordaro show, well, it'll always be convincingly conservative, lovingly logical, proudly and passionately patriotic, and reliably right. And with that essential preamble dealt with and delivered, we can gavel to order this meeting of the Club for Common Sense, promising you that because of our commitment to common sense, we will provide a sanctuary of sanity for all who listen for the balance of this morning. Well, we had the book event yesterday afternoon, and we didn't get a ton of people, which I was sort of hoping for, but it was an odd time and all that. But I got to tell you, the people who came were great. They asked very insightful questions. Some of the names I mentioned on the program were here that call in and contribute. And it was just enjoyable. And I got to tell you, Matt Birkbeck, he's a writer's writer. And he's, as a writer, he's a reporter, and he doesn't pull any punches. If he finds something, he goes for it, and he states it. He proves it first, though. And then my buddy Chris Finazzi, unbelievable. His book, the whole package. Chris Finazzo was just he's just a great guy to be around. And he maintains this attitude of just goodness, even after they put him away for 5.5 years, put him through about somewhere between 4 and 6 years of aggravation, agony, and expense before that. And then after he's out of prison, they took tons of money off him And after prison, he finds out, oh, yeah, sorry, that wasn't a crime. Supreme Court has said it's not a crime. Wow. In any event. Somebody texted in another knife attack in Scranton Sunday morning with a box cutter. The mayor said nothing. Of course not. Of course not. She's trying to pretend there's no crime. She hired police consultants who had come to the rubber stamp conclusion that white veterans were the danger in society. I'm telling you, this mayor's insane. Every left-wing lunatic talking point, she's got it. She made some idiot comment. Rob Bresnahan said something from Northeast Pennsylvania. She goes, it's NEPA, Rob, as though, what? NEPA? First of all, I hate that. I never use it. So that shows what a fool she is. It's Northeastern Pennsylvania. Why can't we say words anymore? Well, because any words that are actually real escape the mayor of Scranton. In any event, they continue. A 38-year-old male living in a German hotel when it was affordable living for 55-plus people. Okay, and he's related to them, and I did not read the whole package. I know this. The mayor stuck her face in the press conference for God knows what reason. They put out and the Scranton Times, even though she was in the back corner of the press conference held by the district attorney, our great district attorney, by the way, Brian Gallagher, she was in the back, and they somehow took a picture for the angle to get her face in there. Crazy. Somebody said she disabled the ability for people to comment on her Facebook post. Well, of course. She's got her own Herman Goering who writes all her stuff for her. Wendy, who's a complete I've been friends with her a long time, left-wing lunatic. From Rich McHale, Morning Bob, love that montage of clips of threats from the Democrat elite. Like John Wayne said, you can't fix stupid. Have a blessed weekend. I hope I do. I think I will. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, nuts. Nutty people. This is your Democrat Party. It was sort of, I've said, you know what? These things put together about, it's just an old lesson on socialism and a little about Obamacare and the fakery that is being spread by the Democrat Party because they want to pretend that Obamacare is working and it's failing miserably. Unbelievable. All right, we got to take a break. Bob Cordaro, WILK. We had the Christmas party last night. Just a couple comments on that when we come back. Frank Sinatra, born Hoboken, New Jersey, December 12th, 1915. We lost him in 1998 at age 82. My father introduced me to Sinatra, and I didn't love him at first, but I grew to just absolutely adore Frank Sinatra. He was well known as chairman of the board, Murph tells us. And Murph picked Baby It's Cold Outside with Dorothy Kristen. We've got to play something, New York, or My Way, something for his birthday. I'm going, and I don't usually say where I'm going in advance, but I'm going to Otera tonight for dinner. Otera 519. And then Chris DiMatteo and some other performers are going to do a salute to Frank Sinatra. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually excited about it. Down at Sergei's underneath. So we're going to do that whole package. And it's going to be great. It really is. So we had the company Christmas party at Isabella's last night. Isabella's is great. My friend Bobby Tamber owns that. And it's right down the street here, although I went home first. So I took Cutie, although she was in a hurry to get home. Which, in retrospect is probably a good thing. But the whole gang was there from all the stations. We had a lot of fun. But I was thinking, I said, I'm more of the type, even now, and I admit this, and in some ways ashamed to admit it, I'm looking for those parties where people are taking pictures of their butts on the, pictures of their butts on the Xerox machine and lampshades on the head. And as far as I could tell, nobody embarrassed themselves or got smashed enough that they're on danger of getting fired today. And without that, there's no point to the Christmas party, is there? It was a very tame affair, but very nice. And they had my scotch, so I was in heaven. I was in heaven. All right, let's go to Don Blackledge. Don calling in about Wreaths Across America. We've been telling you about this event tomorrow at noon at St. Stanislaus Cathedral Cemetery and Kane Street in Scranton. Don, how are you? Great to have you back this year.
I'm fine. Thank you for having us.
Isn't it nice every year we get to talk to each other again, and that means we're still around.
I did see you at another restaurant in town, though, the other couple weeks ago.
Yes. Didn't get to talk to you, but
yeah.
So Don, this is just a great event and a great cause. Tell us more about it.
Well, Wreaths Across America, for us at St. Stanislaus, it's our 8th year. When we started nationwide, there were only about 1,700 locations that were doing it. Today, tomorrow, there'll be 5,600.
Wow!
Plus, so it's grown in popularity and exposure, and a lot of corporations kick in and sponsor. So yesterday at 7:00 in the morning, we had a big tractor trailer fully loaded. And fortunately, we had some of our friends and my son and his partner come up by and help me unload 51 cases of wreaths.
Wow!
And the truck was donated by Sharon Williams Paints. They're one of the national sponsors.
Nice.
And a lot of our wreaths also were purchased by our local Walmart stores and donated to us, as well as Lockheed Martin, the defense contractor up in Archibald. So we love them. We recognize them.
Yeah.
Yep. So tomorrow at noon we will have a brief ceremony, probably 10-15 minutes, and then we will during the ceremony. We bring forward wreaths for each branch of service. There'll be 8 different wreaths that will be brought forward by, we usually pick out some Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts in the attendance and have them bring it forward and put them on a stand in front of the speakers. And then we'll have taps played, and then we'll have the chore of distributing 600 and some wreaths to Oh yeah, and we'd like to when they put the wreaths on the graves, we like them to say the name of the veteran, because there's an old saying that a person dies twice, once physically, and the second time when their name is no longer spoken. So, so,
oh,
so
nice.
it's yes. Yep.
This is great. By the way, is that your wife speaking in the background?
Yeah.
It's just proof that behind every good man, there's a good woman.
Absolutely. 59 years worth of it.
How nice is that? That's great.
Yeah, we're at Bailey's Caf up in Dalton. Very nice place also, to give them a shout out. Maybe I'll get a free coffee. But,
we love Bailey's, and they're downtown too now.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Hey,
so,
this is great. Who helps with this other than the sponsors you mentioned?
Well, individuals from the church that have veterans that are buried there can buy the wreaths through Wreaths Across America. They're $17 each, and you can go online to their website. Or we have a lot of parishioners that just brought their checks in to us at the parish office.
Yeah.
But the thing to keep in mind is that tomorrow we'll be starting at noon. There is, with the snow, there's, I won't say limited parking, but we had a problem with our plow, and we've had some area plowed, but there'll be parking, and if you can get there 15, 20 minutes earlier, just to be prepared and stand around where we do the ceremony, and we'll have the bishops will say a few words and prayers, and we have Jack Partika. I don't know if you know Jack, but he's been a musician in the area for a long time, and he'll be playing taps for us.
Nice.
And so that constitutes our program, and it started down in Arlington, and we were there 9 years ago with my nephew, who was a 2-star admiral in the Coast Guard.
Wow.
And since retired, he's now president of Christopher Newport University, but he did a nice job swing there.
Love that.
Yeah. So anyway, but Arlington is quite the sight to see, with all those graves down there, and 20,000 people come out for that. So we're a smaller rendition of that, but it's a feel good program, and everybody that participates really enjoys the time they spent doing it, and helps us to bring it back every year.
And Don Bleckledge, you touched on something that actually brought a tear to my eye. We die once, but then don't let these veterans die again by having them be forgotten, and they
right.
get remembered through this incredible event. All over the country, but here at St. Stanislaus as well. Thank you so much to everybody that's doing it, yourself included.
Okay. Yes. Well, we're happy to do it.
All right, my friend. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you.
And same to you, Bob, and your family. Thank you.
Don Bleckledge.
Pleasure.
Wreaths Across America, tomorrow at noon, St. Stanislaus Church, Kane Street, Scranton. It's right off Davis Street. You can find it. Easy to get to, easy to when you're leaving, and they don't keep you long, but boy, does it mean a lot. We'll take a break and be back with our Veterans Tribute this hour. Our veterans, this hour and every hour, this day and every day. Brought to you by our friend John Basiliga, a super patriot. And today we feature one of his great companies, Basiliga Hospitality. It's Friday. The weekend is nigh. The Old Brook Inn, 307 Springbrook Township, Far Street Tavern, the great Trips Park section of West Scranton, Far Street, of course, and the Queen City Tavern, downtown Oliphant, the best bar restaurants you're going to find anywhere. Food, TVs, the Army-Navy game, all that. And then fine dining, the Stegmeyer Mansion, downtown Wilkes-Barre. I can't brag enough about it. Old world charm beyond belief, and fantastic food, fantastic bar. Great staff. A Terra 519. I'll be there tonight with Cutie. Can't wait. And go downstairs to Sergei's after that and listen to the Sinatra thing with Chris DiMatteo. So I'm very excited. Gerald Heron. He was known as Louie, Poppy, Jer. He passed away November 27th. His wife of 50 years, Sharon Oakley Heron, passed away back in 2013. Born in Duryea, graduated from Duryea High School. He then joined the United States Marines for us, and later the Marine Reserves. He worked at Procter & Gamble, from where he retired after 35 years. He loved the outdoors, avid salmon fisherman, taking many trips to the Pulaski. He loved NASCAR. During the mid-50s, he put Duryea on the map, becoming a local hero, winning the Soapbox Derby champion and going on to place in the Nationals in Akron, Ohio. He loved to serve his community. He's a member of a number of fire companies, calling Nicholson his home, where he served as chief for many years. Partially responsible for getting a rope and rescue and confined space team for Lackawanna and surrounding areas. Loving husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather. He's survived by 2 daughters, 3 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and many other family members. Gerald Poppy Heron. James Rada, Wilkes-Barre. We lost him November 25th. He was 99 years old. Born in Hanover Township. Grew up mostly in Hanover, but he also has fond memories of his years he spent in Millville, PA. Was a graduate of Hanover High School, class of 43, and served us in the Army from 1946 to 47. While in service to our country, he was a member of the company 532nd Engineer Boat and Shore Regiment, attaining the rank of sergeant, and was awarded the World War II Victory Medal. Recently, he got a Quilt of Valor, that great program. He was a purchasing agent, retired from Vulcan Iron Works in 1993. Jim was a loving and devoted husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Avid reader, fishing, hiking, camping. Whenever one of his children or grandchildren needed help with anything, he was there. In addition to his parents, he was preceded in death by his wife, Eleanor, with whom he shared 61 years of marriage. Surviving are his children, grandsons, and great-granddaughter. James Rada, 99 years old before we lost him. Our great veterans this hour brought to you by John Basiliga and the great Basiliga Hospitality Group. Storm Tracker 16 forecast from meteorologist Joe Snedeker. Today, morning clouds, then partly sunny. It'll be about 30, 23 outside the studio right now. I should start talking slang like that. Out the studio. Tonight, increasing clouds, low 20. Saturday, cloudy with a chance of late day snow showers, high 32. Sunday, cloudy with morning snow flurries, high 23. One of the things I used to love, the black guys used to say in prison, you feel me? You feel me? Yes, I do. Murph tells us that the Doors, they performed their last concert. Oh, isn't that sad? With Jim Morrison at the Warehouse in New Orleans. Murph picked Roadhouse Blues, and that was December 12th, 1970. They were the Oakland Raiders of rock and roll. And I don't mean the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean the Oakland Raiders. Bob Cordaro back with you on the program. Hey, guess what? Our favorite socialist, and you know she's all about equality and helping the little guy. It looks like in just one quarter, 3-month period, she spent over $50,000 on hotels and fine dining and other luxuries. My man Mark Mayer sent this to me. It's like, how phony could these people be? You can't make up how phony they are. But she's a socialist. Dear God. That's frightening, isn't it? Hey, let's go to Joe from Plains. Thanks for your patience, Joe.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, listen, I just wanted to make people aware of the level of incompetence and disconnection from the public, and how the people at Luzerne County Election Bureau, namely Emily Cook and Romilda Crocamo and that gang, how little they care about policy, good policy and practices. 23 days before Thanksgiving, people left their houses at 5:30 in the morning to go and work the polls in Luzerne County. A lot of them were senior citizens. Some of them were super senior citizens. And they worked 14 hours at a minimum that day. And here it is 12 days before Christmas, and they haven't been paid yet. And I think it is an absolute travesty.
Joe, and by the way, if that was the only hiccup out of the election board,
right,
I mean, that's their first responsibility, the first responsibility they have, and they're failing every time.
And this is an election bureau who every election they're trying to find people to fill positions in the polling places. There's always scrambling to fill, and then they treat them like this. It's the gang that couldn't shoot straight. I mean, they can't do two things at one time. And I don't know why people put up with this and actually praise them for their job, because I don't see it. But it's a disgrace that people can't be treated better than this, and their policies and practices are way out of line with what good government should be.
Well, I appreciate those thoughts. Thank you very much, Joe.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, man. The continued problems are they've got to go back on Crocamo. They have to, because they're under her charge. Like, let's fix this. Let's take care of this. Why don't we? I don't understand. I really don't understand. And now they're not getting paid. The people who, and by the way, it's not hard work, but it's slavish work. It's a long day in the saddle. And it's essential to our democracy. Interesting. Well, my Bicardo Jewelers watch. Oh, and that's where I was last night, and we'll talk about that. But my Bicardo Jewelers watch tells me it's coming up on 9:50, which means Bloomberg Money Minute. There it is, on the nose. Well, you know what that means. That means Lorraine from Hazelton's on the blower, and she's got a poem, but it's going to be a little rushed, Lorraine. I'm sorry to rush you, diva.
Yeah, I was forewarned.
You're a diva, and I don't want to upset you.
No, my name's not Bob. Are you there?
Yeah, there's no time for your little repartee. We're here for your poem.
Ooh. Wow, crab. Okay, here goes. You ruined it. To my dear mother, Merry Christmas in heaven. The lights are shining oh so brightly. All the ornaments are hung on the tree. The only thing that's missing, dear mother, is your presence here with me. You always made my Christmases special with your caring and tender touch. If God would grant me time with you, I tell you how I miss you so much. You left me many years ago, and it was during the Christmas season. I did not want to let you go, but I knew God had his reason. He gave you to me for a while, a better mother I couldn't have had. I know that you're happy in heaven, but please forgive me for feeling sad. So, as you sing your silver bells with the angels from above, please remember your baby daughter. Merry Christmas, Mother, with all my love.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Would you do that on Christmas Eve for us? Bulldog and I are going to be here Christmas Eve morning.
Oh, you got me scared. I thought you were going to say you were going to be here Christmas Eve morning.
Yeah, well.
I got scared. Oh, my God, that would have been a shock.
If you can, that or another ode to your mother, Christmas ode to your mother. I would like either
there's
one.
a bunch of them here.
Related to Christmas?
Oh, yeah,
That's
Christmas
beautiful.
and my mother. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, so then maybe the 22nd, maybe the Monday, and then maybe that Wednesday. I'm off the Tuesday.
And the 22nd is the date of her
passing. Okay.
Yep. This was the first one I wrote.
And I'm not saying don't call next week. I'm saying call next morning, sense of humor.
Well,
he found that funny.
Look who we're talking to.
Oh, Lord. Well.
That's what I say.
All right. Well, you know what that music means. That's your hook. You have a nice weekend, Lorraine. Thank you. I love that poem.
Well, you better. And I'm sure a lot of other people do.
Now, listen, Mark Mayer's listening for something.
Well, he's listening. You picking on me all the time.
He wants to hear something.
Okay. Fuzzy Wuzzy. You got me all shook up here. Cheekers, creepers. Mark, I can't help it. He does that to me.
We got to go, my dear. Thank you.
Okay, so
all right.
long.
My Picardo Jewelers watch says 10:01. I was there last night with Cutie. Oh, was the store hopping? I'm telling you, they got me in the Christmas mood last week, and now I'm in supercharged after going to Picardo's yesterday afternoon for the trunk sale. We'll be back after the news. Great good morning, everyone. My Picardo Jewelers watch tells me it's 10:08 a.m. on the nose here in the great Northeast. This beautiful Friday, December 12, 2025. This is the Bob Cordaro Show. I am he. And it's a big day to fight for America, defend our values. And with the help of our man, John Basiliga and Basiliga Hospitality Group, to honor the brave who have made us and kept us free. People like the veterans we salute today, but lost this year. But we pay tribute nevertheless, thanks to John. James Rada, Wilkes-Barre. Gerald, Poppy, Heron, Duryea, and Nicholson. Daniel Luce, Wilkes-Barre. Richard Griffin, North Scranton. Jerome Holland, Kingston. Richard Butch Jackson, Canandaigua, Factoryville, and Scranton. John Badner, Taylor, and Galen Snyder, Bloomsburg. So with history, our great founding fathers, and the incomparable Constitution of the United States of America as our guides, let us continue today's battle, gaveling back to order this meeting of the Club for Common Sense, promising you that our commitment to common sense will provide a sanctuary of sanity for all of you in a world that's gone, at least half of it has gone mad. Somebody text in because I'll be off the 23rd. Well, I'm going to Bo Dietl's Christmas party on the 22nd after the show. And it's like, I have no idea. We're going to drive. I got a driver, and we're going to drive out and drive. I have no idea. We're going to go for cigars, all that. I'm not going to come in here in a coma on Tuesday. But I'll be here Christmas Eve. But somebody says, how can you take off Festivus? I didn't know the 23rd was Festivus. But here's the point. I air my grievances every day. So I can take Festivus off. I guess I'll have to have private grievances that day. Hey, all right. So Bulldog, we've got to tape a Christmas message for the listeners. So I said, I might as well tape it while we're on the air. And the Bulldog said, yeah, I could do that. All right, Bulldog, you tell me when you're ready. Hey, everybody, it's Bob Cordaro. Merry Christmas. Have a safe, happy, and holy holiday. Did I get it under 10 seconds there, Bulldog? All right, he says yes. So there it is. That's my Christmas greeting to, which will be, they'll play in a group of them. Well, it's Friday. Football's happening starting tomorrow. And I think you know what that means. Slightly different edition of Jumpin' Jack Flash, because on this date, 2012, concert for Hurricane Sandy relief presented at Madison Square Garden, New York City. Headliners, The Stones, The Who, Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi, Paul McCartney, joined by surviving members of Nirvana. Murph picked the Rolling Stones' Jumpin' Jack Flash for that, which is, of course, the Weekend Warriors theme song, our man, Sid Hallinan. Sid, welcome back, my man.
How you doing, Bobby? How's everything going?
Everything's fantastic, Sid. Even better now that you're on the air.
All right.
Talk to me. What do you got? College football is what? Just Army Navy tomorrow?
Just Army Navy, Bob. And
I don't mean it that way. I think that's the best game of the year. It's the only college football game of the year.
Well, it's a pure football game, Bob. There's no NIL.
Yep.
There's no transfer portal. You know, this is football. So, I mean, this is football at its pure standpoint. So, we'll see what happens, but I love Navy. Too much offense, I think, this year for Army. I'm going to take Navy minus the 5 over Army.
Okay. This is their year. They were undefeated for a while there.
Yeah, they were undefeated for a while. It's very good. Don't forget, too, there's the restrictions. Navy could come in with a guy 6'5", 280. The Army can't. So, I mean, there's restrictions from size on both sides. But, yeah, it's a pure football game. It usually gets boring watching it, but at some point it picks up. And It's a fun game to watch.
Sid, you know where I used to go watch it every year? Fanilla's up in Bunker Hill.
We're up there eating the tripe, Bob,
Yeah,
huh?
it was just fantastic. I was never a tripe fan, but just hanging around Fanilla's
No,
was
me
great.
neither, but a lot of them. Yeah, Fidels was a nice place.
Yeah.
You're right.
All
nice
right.
stop.
Well, let's go. Let's talk professional week 15, correct?
Yes, sir. We got week 15, and I'm going to start it off with a 1 o'clock game, a big game. New England is playing at home against Buffalo. I'm going to take the Patriots minus 1.5.
Wow.
Yes, I'm going to go with New England. Love Mike Vrabel, what he's done up at New England. Buffalo last week, the 2 interceptions on Burrow turned that game around fast. I'm just not impressed with Buffalo, other than Josh Allen. Their running game is good, but that defense has a lot of holes in it. I'm going to ride this New England train probably to the end. So I like the New England Patriots. 1.5 favorite at home against Buffalo. So we're going to go with the Patriots.
Just as obviously a distant fan, that New England, Vrabel's done an amazing job. If New England
Vrabel's
is
great.
Favored over Buffalo, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's where the money's
Vrabel's
going.
Great. Vrabel's done a great job this year with them. Better defense. That's probably the big reason why I'm taking New England.
Okay, what else we got?
Okay, what else we have? I'm going to stick with the KC Chiefs. minus 5.5 over the Los Angeles Chargers. I think that the Chiefs might be done with the 7 losses. But you know what? Watching L.A. against the Eagles Monday night, they lost that game 9 times. The Eagles gave that game away. I wasn't impressed at all with the Chargers. Kansas City's going to go down swinging. So I'm going to take Kansas City minus the 5.5 against the Chargers.
Man, these and I know the point spread's not who they think is going to win. I always point this out to bettors and people. It's not who they think is going to win. It's where the money's going and how to even it out. So somehow KC still has a bunch of people betting on them, I guess, no matter what.
Yeah, they
season.
do.
Yeah,
they do. And you're hearing it from me. I just don't think the Chargers are. I don't think they could go into KC and beat them. Plus, they're an LA team, and the temperature in Kansas City is going to probably be in the minus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go with the Chiefs. Mahomes, they want to throw dirt on them. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Who else we got?
Okay, the other games, 2 big ones at 4 o'clock. I like the Rams minus 6 over Detroit. A loss by Detroit, I think, is going to finish them, which is hard to believe because at the beginning of the year, I didn't think so. The Rams are probably the most complete team in the NFC. Stafford's having a great year, great defense. Another team with very well coached. Well, they all are, really, but I like McVay. I'm going to take the Rams minus the 6 over the Lions.
Okay, next.
And that's the other big game at 4 o'clock. Denver and Green Bay at Denver.
Ooh.
The Pack, and Denver is a 2.5-point underdog at home. They're having a great season. I don't want to say they've beaten the quality of opponents aren't that good. Hey, they're professional teams. You win, you win. I mean, it's. But I like Green Bay right now. I'll take Green Bay minus the 2.5 at Denver. And Green Bay's playing very well right now. I mean, Jordan Love is starting to pick it up a little bit. The running game is getting better. Defensively, they're becoming elite.
And that was a big win over Chicago last week. Really, Chicago was firing on all cylinders after thumping the Eagles.
Yeah, they were, and they could have tied that at the end to send it to overtime, but Caleb Williams threw the interception, so that ended up the way it ended up. But, I like Green Bay. I think Green Bay and the Rams in that NFC final, the way it looks. I'm not giving up on the Eagles yet, but I mean we've been going every week about when they're going to pick it up. I don't know, and I am a diehard.
Yeah,
but I'm also a realist too. There's something going on there.
When are they playing?
The Eagles have the Raiders on Sunday.
Oh, if they don't,
they're an 11.5-point favorite. Well, they better do something on the positive side.
Yeah.
It's a home game, and they're liable to tear that place down if they lose another one, especially to the Raiders. Oh no, I don't know if you've ever been down there. I mean, this is the first year that I haven't gotten down there at least once. Yeah, I mean it's great, but yeah, they should handle the Raiders. But I didn't even put that on my list. I didn't even bother.
That's like you're not going to step out. Okay. Any other games catch your fancy?
No, that's about it. I've been caught up with this college football playoff debacle. I don't know what you think about it, but this whole thing has to be revamped. And I mean, I'm a Notre Dame diehard, and I don't have a problem with Miami getting in.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that when they ranked the 25 top teams in the country the week before, that was the week they had to put Miami ahead of Notre Dame, and you wouldn't have had all this controversy.
Yeah.
Because they waited to the end to go with the head-to-head. Well,
but Miami did beat Notre Dame, so
yeah, they did, and I don't have a problem with that. But now you got this group of 5 that they let in. I don't know who's in that room when they're picking this. Bobby, Tulane is a 17.5-point underdog to Ole Miss.
Did they win?
One of those
did Tulane win a
Tulane
conference?
won their conference, so they got the automatic bid.
Okay.
Ole Miss already beat them by 5 touchdowns the first time they played. No, they did.
Yeah.
And this game here, Tulane is getting 17.5.
Wow.
James Madison is going up to Oregon, and they're a 21.5-point favorite. This isn't playoffs. I don't think this is what they intended when they put this together. But then they say, let's add it to 16 next year, 20. Well, why don't we just let everybody in then? I mean, really, it
might as well be
silly.
T-ball, right?
Yeah. I mean,
everybody wins.
Yeah, everybody gets a participation trophy. Hey, we didn't get any participation trophies. If you didn't win at all, you got nothing.
Well, and in baseball, you got a blowback pitch from Sid.
Yeah, we'll brush it back. That plate, I own part of that plate, Bob, so you better step off. Step back a little bit.
I love it. Well, Sid, all right. What's your record?
Oh, coming into today, we're getting there, Bob. We're 30-31-1, so we're one game under 500. We're making a big comeback.
Now, Sid, no partner today? You had partners the last couple of weeks.
No, the guys weren't around, and they were looking for yesterday, and I told them that the show was tied up yesterday, and my wife is here. I'm at the house.
Oh, well, Sheila's a better celebrity than any of them.
Yeah, Shields is a better celebrity.
Yeah.
She's here, and I'm hearing about the water bill and the gas bill. I mean, I'm not a member of the PUC, so I don't. There's not much we could do about that. So.
Just pay, right? Just pay.
I'm on a fixed income here, Bob.
Well, I hope you fixed it good.
Yeah, Al Sibio come in yesterday. Where's Bob? Are we on today? What do you mean we? Wait a minute. And Tommy Hal, he's out trying to get a 3-Dog Night reunion for the Dunmore Music Festival. He's going to be looking a long time.
Well, that would be nice.
Al was talking about, him and Dean Tallow were talking about stuffed peppers and everything, and I don't know where this got away. It got away
from you. And here you are trying to talk football.
We're trying to talk football, but if you're ever going to have a cooking segment on your show, you can get a hold of Al, and Al would be glad to do it. I think he's talking about splitting an eggplant in half. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't eat eggplant in December. I eat it in the summer. So.
All right, the weekend warrior, our man Sid Hallinan. Have a great weekend, Sid.
Thank you, Bobby. You too. Take care.
We'll take a break and be back. The Bob Cordaro Show. A great listener's suggestion. Mary, did you know? Kenny Rogers. Furfa song on the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Wow. 1996, Kenny Rogers. Thank you to a great listener suggesting that one. Mother Teresa, December 12. Breathe in me, O Holy Spirit, that my thoughts may all be holy. Act in me, O Holy Spirit, that my work too may be holy. Draw my heart, O Holy Spirit, that I love but what is holy. Strengthen me, O Holy Spirit, to defend all that is holy. Guard me then, O Holy Spirit, that I always may be holy. Amen. Mother Teresa. Let's take a break and be back with our Veterans Tribute. Our Veterans Tribute this hour and every hour, this day and every day, brought to you by our friend, John Basiliga, friend of the veteran. And today, it's Friday, so we talk about Basiliga Hospitality Group. 3 incredible bar restaurants. The Queen City Tavern, downtown Alvin. You got to check it out. Totally reimagined. Second floor, an atrium to the second floor. Awesome. The Far Street Tavern on Far Street in the great Trips Park section of West Scranton. The Old Brook Inn, Route 307, Springbrook Township. Sergei's, the nightclub on Linden Street, Scranton. It's open tonight. And they've got a Frank Sinatra tribute on his birthday with our friend Chris DiMatteo. Can't wait. Stegmeyer Mansion, Old World, amazing. Downtown Wilkes-Barre. And a Terra 519, New World, amazing. Daniel Luce, he was 73 when we lost him November 26. He was a member of the William Bean American Legion Post. He was from Wilkes-Barre. Richard Griffin, he passed away at age 77, November 16th. He was from North Scranton. He's survived by his wife, Joanne, born in Scranton, member of St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church, a 1966 graduate of the great former Scranton Technical High School, a U.S. Navy veteran serving on the USS Dealey during the Vietnam War. He retired from Fitchburg Coated Products, survived by his wife, Joanne, brothers, sisters, and other family members. Richard Griffin. Jerome Holland, Kingston. He passed away November 25th. Born in Kingston, a resident of Kingston all his life, formerly employed at Tom Sturgis Pretzels, devoted Catholic and member of St. Ignatius Church. He was also a member of the American Legion there. Surviving a number of family members, including nieces and cousins. Jerome Holland. Our great veterans this hour brought to you by Jan Basiliga and Basiliga Hospitality Group. Storm Tracker 16 forecast from meteorologist Joe Snedeker. Today, morning clouds, then partly sunny, high 30. Tonight, increasing clouds, low 20. Saturday, cloudy with a chance of late-day snow showers, high 32. Sunday, cloudy with morning snow flurries, high 23. Oh, you know it's an Eagles football weekend when you hear that song and those 2 shout-outs from the mayor of Philly, who can't spell Eagles, and our man, John Fetterman. And they give way to the Pie Man, Peter Della Porta. How are you, my friend?
Robert! morning.
Well, what do you got, my man? Let's get right to it.
I am emotionally, psychologically crushed and exhausted.
Well, you remember, I told you.
This Eagles team. I can't imagine how the players are.
Slick said the Pie Man is dead to me.
That's the way I feel too. But the season marches on. It was a real disheartening loss. I thought they played well. Of course, the turnovers killed them. But let's get into let's peel back the onion here and talk about some of this. They're still a talented team, but they're inconsistent, plagued by mental errors, uninspired, and a severe lack of enthusiasm, and dead on the sidelines. Saquon Barkley said he's never played on a team that the sidelines were so dead.
Do they think they're so good that they're untouchable? What ignites this team?
This offensive coordinator has not been doing well. They haven't performed offensively. So the defense, they should be doing well, but they're not because, Bob, they're exhausted because it's always 3 and out,
yes.
3 and out,
yes.
3 and out.
The problem is the offense, quite clearly. The offense is the problem.
Yeah, they've only scored, 31 points. Let me see here. They're coming off 3 straight losses. They've only scored 81 points in 5 games, which is the worst total since 2012, which is a very bad year in Eagles land.
Yeah.
It looked like they had some life running the ball, but then they stopped running it. The passing game's dysfunctional, and the option play, which has always been their most successful one, has gone away. They were 4 for 13 on third down conversions, 0 for 2 on fourth, 4 interceptions and 1 fumble. And again, penalties plagued them, 6 of us for 53 yards. The Chargers, meanwhile, as you saw, were 5 for 5 in field goals, which was crushing. Justin Herbert played pretty spectacularly. He had 66 yards rushing with a broken hand, 12 for 139 yards. But I think the Eagles, if they have some positives, if they could clean up some of the small stuff. That 3 and 15 play to Schmitty was unbelievable. It was Hurts' best throw of the season. He threw it on a rope in perfect stride and timing. Barkley had 122 yards, and Goddard caught for 8 passes for 78 yards, and A.J. Brown 6 passes for 100 yards.
Well, let's get to this week as we're running low on time.
It's your team, the Raiders.
Well, I have no hope for them.
And as the paper's been saying, at this point, it really doesn't matter who their opponent is or what the point spread is. Just give me whoever the Raiders are playing.
Yeah.
And the Eagles fought. The bad news is the Eagles lost 3 straight. The good news is they have the Raiders this week.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
So the line, Bob, is 10.5. The spread's 10.5. The over/under is 44.5. So I think this is going to be a week the Eagles offense shows some life, and it's going to show a preview of what's going to happen in the playoffs. I think the Eagles go crazy on a dominant win. It's Sunday at Philadelphia. My prediction is, Bob, Eagles 31, Raiders 21.
Okay, I admire your courage, Pie Man. I admire that. He's not sinking. He's going right at it. I love it. 31-21.
31.
All right, man. We'll see if they can generate those kind of points, man.
I think they're going to go crazy this week. Now, next week, we have a Saturday game at 5 o'clock against Washington, which should be interesting. And then next week, Bob, maybe I'd like to give some, insights and updates and predictions with the playoffs coming up in a couple weeks.
All right, my man. Well, The pie man cometh, the pie man speaketh, and as always, the pie man goeth. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. And as always, fly, Eagles, fly.
All right. The pie man, Peter Della Porta. We'll be back. Happy birthday, Frankie Five Angels. December 12, 1915, he was born, Hoboken, New Jersey. And boy, did he leave a legacy. Well, we haven't gotten into much politics, have we? By the way, Bugsar says he's checking in, and he's got an opening, so he's going to run down to Bacardo's, but he says, but I have to go on that damn Biden Expressway. Well, I have to do it every day. Just give the finger. You'll feel better. Give the finger to the sign. You will feel better. It gets me through the disgrace. And Slick says, I'll allow the Pie Man to pick the Eagles this week with no judgment. Oy, because it's the Raiders. I hate hearing that, but it's true. Well, the Bacardo Jeweler's Watch tells me 10:50 on the nose. Badfinger, Murph says they moved up to number 8 with their No Matter What song. This date, 1970. And if it sounds like the Beatles, it's because Paul McCartney was sort of their guy and created them, promoted them, helped them produce their records. Great band. Hey, my man Mark from Hazleton, who was here yesterday with us at the Authors Forum. I wanted to call it a round table, but we didn't have a round table. I mentioned he texts in quotes from various thinkers over the millennia almost. But today, he who allows oppression shares the crime. That's Erasmus Darwin, physician, scientist, reformer, and poet, grandfather of Charles Darwin. Thank you, Mark, as always. So, yeah, I talked about, just quickly, we had the Christmas party, and it was fun. It was nice. But as far as I know, and Bulldog, do you know this? Did anybody get drunk and throw up or start a fight or anything exciting? Anything? Well, the Bulldog doesn't drink. That's why I played the Dean Martin thing and the segments from Arthur. Because when Bulldog wakes up in the morning at 3:30 or whenever, that's as good as he's going to feel all day. Yeah, that's what Sinatra says. All right, so nothing. That's it? Oh, well. Well, that's awful. Come on. What, because you overate? Oh, well, all right. Well, anyway, not exciting. I mean, this is radio, people. It should be a zoo. There should be people like, I don't know. There should be fist fights and people breaking bottles and nothing. It was just so civil. All right. I guess we'll have to live with that. Hey, Lace Village is having another great weekend. They're doing on Sunday. They're doing Lace Village Market, I think it's called, and Lace Village is off Greenridge Street in Scranton. You cannot miss the gorgeous clock tower. And Mike Basiliga, property manager, is with us. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great, Bob. How about yourself?
Fantastic. Tell us, this sounds like a really cool event, and Lace Village is the right setting for it.
I'll tell you what, we are really fortunate. Everything has aligned to make this our best event to date. We're looking at over 60 vendors, live music. Santa's going to be on the scene. We have alpacas, breweries, distilleries, wineries, all kinds of yummy healthy food, all kinds of yummy unhealthy food, and a lot of great stuff for the house. So there's absolutely something for everybody.
What time till what time?
So it is this Sunday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Oh, so good long hours. That's good.
Yeah, we kind of took a look at last year and what we did well and maybe where we could do better. And we thought, we're going to extend the hours and give people more of an opportunity to get out and enjoy what's happening here. Now,
I know my way there. First of all, you can't miss the clock tower if you're looking for it. But
for sure.
The best way, really the safest way if you're from not in town or whatever and don't know where Lace Village is to go down Greenridge Street, take the left, right?
That's it. Yeah, if you take a left off of Greenridge anywhere and keep heading down the hill, you will eventually hit Lace Village. Just look for the iconic clock tower.
And for some of you that don't know, Lace Village, which is being converted into multi-use, they've got townhouses, they've got apartments, they've got a tremendous event venue for weddings. I was at a Rob Bresnahan's wedding. It was just fabulous. And now this village, and in the summer, happy hours and all kinds of things. I mean, you're really making that place happen.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, it has been really, really well received. Just a positive feedback from everybody, and we're really grateful and fortunate.
you almost feel like you're going back to like Dickens times, like when
It truly is.
yeah, because you're in such an historic setting that goes back to the late 1800s, I believe, right?
It does. In the late 1800s. It's just about every week that we hear from somebody that just doesn't feel like Scranton. It feels like a small European village, and it's very charming, and it's filled with great architecture and great history for sure.
Well, 11 to 5 Sunday, Lace Village, the marketplace. I'm telling you, you'll really enjoy it. You'll love the setting. Thank you, Mike
It'll be
Basiliga.
fantastic.
We appreciate it
Thanks,
very
Bob.
much. Okay, man.
Thank you.
Have a great time. Well, it's Bacardo's Jewelers tells me, and man, I was at the trunk sale last night. It was, I'm telling you, it was great. Cutie had what she said, I had a great dirty martini. And I had a little champagne. And we ran into so many great people that I know, or it was really just nice, and it was jammed. And I hope it's jammed for the rest of Christmas. And Cutie found something. I'm going to say this. I shouldn't say it because it was so inexpensive. She found a beautiful gift items for $60. I mean, so I tell you, it's all price points at Picardo's. But the watch tells me it's 11:01 and change, which means we've got to go to the news. We'll be back. It's the Bob Cordaro Show. great good morning, everyone. 11:08 and change here in the great Northeast, according to my Picardo Jewelers watch. On this beautiful but cold Friday, December 12, 2025. This is the Bob Cordaro Show. I am he, and it's a big day to fight for America, defend our values, and with the help of our friend John Basiliga and Basiliga Hospitality Group, to honor the brave who have made us and kept us free. People like veterans we lost this year, but salute thanks to John. Like Daniel Luce, Wilkes-Barre, Richard Griffin, North Scranton, Jerome Holland, Kingston, James Rada, Wilkes-Barre, and Gerald Poppy Heron, Duryea, and Nicholson. Well, we also have Richard Butch Jackson, Canadensis, but formerly of Factoryville and Scranton, John Badner, Taylor, and Galen Snyder, Bloomsburg. So with history, our great founding fathers, and the incomparable Constitution of the United States of America as our guides, let us continue today's battle. Gaveling back to order after that brief news adjournment, this meeting of the Club for Common Sense, promising you that because of our sincere and deep commitment to common sense, we will provide a sanctuary of sanity for all for the balance of this hour and this morning. Somebody texted in, well, not somebody, the person who suggested it. Did you play Mary? Did you know? And did I miss it? You missed it. Bulldog, did we play it at 10:25 or 10:30 or 9:35? Well, he's on the phone. Yeah, you missed it. And we played it in its entirety because it is so beautiful, and I thank you for doing that. By the way, my friend Tom from Clark Summit says, Bob, so I hear that Kamala wants a marble head of herself placed in the Capitol. Why don't we compromise and see if we can make it a chia pet instead? I think that is eminently reasonable. Let's do a chia pet. A Kamala chia pet. I think it would sell. What a great thing. Cabinet guy wants to know if Omar committed immigration fraud. Why wasn't she deported? Well, let's see. I would love to see them try to. She is a disgrace. She's an embarrassment to the United States. She's an embarrassment to this country. And I really want to know how she became worth $30 million on a congressman's salary. How did this happen? How can it happen? We need to know this. Was she getting paid by NGOs and nonprofits on the side who were scamming the country out of $1 billion? How did she become worth $30 million? It's really hard to understand. Impossible to understand. By the way, guaranteed impossible to justify. If that is not criminal activity leading to that amazing amassment of wealth by sickening Ilhan Omar, I don't know what is. And Frank from Falls on the very same subject. How are you, Frank?
Good. Bob, this is driving me crazy, okay? Now, from what I understand, she wrote this legislation for this money that the Somalians got, that Minnesota got. Now, is this true or not?
I don't know if she wrote the legislation. I'm sure she was part of it through her House committee because remember, during that time, the Democrats were in charge of the House.
Right, and thank you. But now, my opinion, she's not intelligent enough to write legislation of this nature. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, you have aides with you that do it, and remember, each committee, each committee that you're on also has staffers.
Now, is there a paper trail for these people that wrote this stuff that benefited her from $65,000 to $30 million? I understand.
I hope they are looking into it deeply, Frank. They've got to look into this deeply. This woman should be kicked out of the country and out of the Congress.
1,000%. another quick point now. In my opinion, it's not fair to pay congressmen $170,000. These people control millions of dollars. A union plumber can make $170,000. I feel they're never going to let this inside trading stuff go. I think it's just a perk. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel
it always has been. You are exactly right. It always has been a perk.
that is true. But maybe if you pay them better, they won't do that. I don't know. I don't know.
There is, especially on the Democrat side, there is a collection of people that make the bar in Star Wars look normal on the Democrats in the House. It's unreal.
Bob, I moved here full time in '89. I did meet you a couple times, but that's neither here or there. And my mom still lives in Brooklyn. I may over Joe's at the lake house, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Now I know. Okay.
But I can't get her out of there.
Out of Brooklyn.
This Mandami guy. Yes. Now with this Mandami guy, my dad's a smart guy and he bought some real estate. They're trying to pass a law that if she doesn't list it with the city first, anything over 3 families, that you got to pay a $30,000. Now they will decide in 6 months if they want your property for low housing people.
Oh my God!
This is insane. And if you don't do it, and some people can't hold on for 6 months.
Yeah.
And
oh
then
my
6
God!
months, like this is. I'm telling you, the stuff that this guy is doing is scary. When I go and visit her, the dirty looks that I get, I'm not going to say when or where, but it's getting scary. Honest to God, it's unbelievable.
And you know what, Frank? The things that like the Biden administration did that were the worst, the most insidious, they were things that didn't get a lot of publicity. Something like this under Mamdani and the lunatic council in the city of New York, they're going to destroy and rot the city out, and they're not going to get a lot of attention.
But there is a group keeping an eye on him. You must be aware of it. Thank God for a Jewish group. I forget what they're called. Look at you know more than me, Bob. You're a smart guy. Come on. There's some kind of watchdog Jewish group.
No, I've heard of them. I've heard of. There's a lot of people watching, but the council is so stacked by absolute lunatics that they could pass anything.
Disgusting. My mom is an elderly person. She has gotten littering tickets for people dropping newspapers in front of her building. But she has time to fight them. The average guy just pays the bill.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Bob, thank you so much. It's got to get investigated. This is and the people. How about the people that took the autistic money?
Yep.
They get booted out too.
They should. They really should. I'll tell you what. And Frank, let me say this.
Please.
I have full confidence that whatever can be done will be done under this administration.
Right.
This FBI
but they can't
leadership.
Roadblock Minnesota. They cannot roadblock them, can they?
No, they can't.
Oh, because I'm watching these guys. It's a guy yesterday with the National Guardsman. Oh, that was an accident.
Yeah,
that was an accident.
I played that idiot. He was one of the
my
clowns
God.
on the January 6th committee. He's a complete ass.
Wow, I don't know what to do. We got to do something, Bob.
Well, we got to get our fellow normal people to vote against these lunatic Democrats. That's that's all we have to do. It's not that hard.
You're right, sir. You have to see the light, brother.
All right, Frank.
So much, Bob.
Thank you.
I'll see you again at the lake.
Thank you, man. Great talking to you.
Thank you, brother. Have a great
Christmas.
day, brother.
Merry Christmas. Hey, Senator Dave McCormick, he has introduced legislation. And by the way, this is important to start looking at. Essentially, how do we handle a market disruption if China attacks Taiwan? I'm telling you, he's got a bunch of other things. My man Mark Mayer sent me 2 other items of things he's doing, meaning our guy, Dave McCormick. What a tremendous leader. I'm telling you, it's not too early to start considering him for VP or president. Dave McCormick. I'm telling you, he's he's fantastic. He's thinking forward. He's got common sense. He's got military experience, combat experience. West Point graduate. Long before it had its moments of wokeness. Great stuff. Dave McCormick. Hey, we've got to take a break. Bob Cordaro, WILK. We will return after these messages. That's Cat Matthews, local artist. Snow on a Christmas morning. We're playing him every day, along with another local artist from Jessup, Robert Mico. Bob Cordaro back with you on WILK. Bugzar says, Alex at Picardo's helped me out. Awesome experience at Picardo's. Found a great watch for my honey. I hope it's not a secret and I'm blowing it. And he said I was there last night. Alex did. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Cutie got some cute little, very inexpensive baubles that people are going to love. Yeah, in any event. Gary from Mill City, he's with us. How are you, Gary?
Good, Bob. Thanks for taking my call. I was reading yesterday where the House passed the defense bill. And we were talking a week or two ago about why Republicans lose when the president isn't on the ballot.
Yeah.
Once again, Republican control. 100 Democrats voted for it. 3,000 pages, lots of it pork, that belongs nowhere near a defense bill.
Mm-hmm.
That is why Republicans lose. Your previous caller, no bill reining in these Congress people on their inside trading. Omar, the woman from the Somalian from Minnesota, $65,000 was her net worth, and I believe it's 3 years. She's worth $20 million.
$30 million.
Where'd the money come from?
Yep. I hope we were talking about this at the top of the hour. I said, I played a clip from Jesse Waters, and I said, I really, truly hope that they are doing a deep dive to find out where she got her money. This is insane.
The problem with these deep dives, Bob, and Kash Patel was one of, I was sort of upset it took President Trump that long to appoint him to a space, the FBI. The man wrote a book on the Russian collusion. He was the top investigator, I believe, for the Senate, the House or the Senate on the Russian collusion. He knows all the bad actors. He knows everything that was done. We are 10 months in to this administration, and we have Comey, and he's the only one that in the court threw it out.
Yeah. We
have these rogue judges that are going against the Supreme Court, told the federal courts they have no jurisdiction on a lot of this stuff, and they ignore.
Well, Gary, I can feel the frustration in your voice, but you've got to be patient. I mean, there is so much going on. You're a one-armed paper hanger when you jump in, and you're going against a bureaucracy that opposes what you're doing on top of everything. So I think they're making remarkable progress.
I think they're making progress, yes, but I believe after President Trump's first term and the lack of any help from the large majority of Republicans, people are frustrated because we've lived through this already, and it seems like this is take two. We now have Ted Cruz giving the Democrat line, we're going to get hammered in the midterms because of affordability. Now, for 4 years of Joe Biden with unprecedented inflation.
Oh, we know it's bullspit. We know it's bullspit. I know it.
And we have Ted Cruz taking the Democrat line.
Well, no. I don't take it. I don't take it that way. I take it, Gary, that he's saying we better start talking about it, because whether we like it or not, whether it's true or not, we better address it, because people's perceptions are their reality. And I don't know personally how anyone could blame high prices on the Trump administration. I think you have to be deaf, dumb, and blind to think that that's the case. But just one example, and I'll keep trotting it out because it's important. 58% of one survey said that gas prices had gone up. That's how bad the media cacophony is. It's unbelievable. And everybody knows gas prices have gone down. It's insane.
That is the stupidity of the American people.
Yep.
That is a lack of going out. It's not even a lack, Bob. You buy gas.
I
you
know.
buy
It's
groceries.
just, it's idiocy.
People complained about
But think
eggs.
of this. 50% of the people voted for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. How stupid are they? You know what I mean? You can't. There's nothing that you can do. In other words, you're fighting against the reality of who people are, how inattentive they are, and the idiotic information that they're absorbing and believing. And with that backdrop, the media, the whole package, the academia, nonprofits, foundations, with that background, we've got to just win. We got to save the country for ourselves, obviously, for normal people, but we have to save them from themselves.
Real quick, my last thing is I believe you are much too generous to Democrats when you say that lots of them don't follow this. Because if you're voting Democrat, don't agree with this. If you're voting Democrat, you are voting for the train wreck that's happening in this country.
Yep.
You are voting for it. The Democrat, Gavin Newsom's big speech yesterday is he wants to see a lot more transgender kids.
Yeah,
that's his vision
sick.
of America.
He's sick. He's mentally ill.
You're a Democrat, and you vote for that. You are as sick as he is. Thank you for your time. Have a great weekend.
All right, man. You too. Hey, we'll take a break. Bob Cordaro, WILK. We'll return. Our Veterans Tribute this hour and every hour, this day and every day. Brought to you by our friend John Basiliga, friend of the veterans. And we get to talk about Basiliga hospitality today as we head into the weekend. 3 of the best bar restaurants you'll ever go to. And you'll see when you go there. And you'll know if you've already been. The Old Brook Inn, 307 Springbrook Township. Far Street Tavern, the great Trips Park section of West Scranton. Queen City Tavern, downtown Oliphant. Fine dining, yep. Old world charm oozing from every orifice at the Stegmeyer Mansion. It's like dining in Newport, Rhode Island. A Terra 519, a modern take. It's understated Manhattan. It's gorgeous. The service, the food. I get to go there tonight and then go to Sergei's, the nightclub, where they're celebrating Frank Sinatra's birthday tonight with my friend Chris DiMatteo. Can't wait. Richard Butch Jackson. He was from Canadensis, but formerly of Factoryville and Scranton. We lost him at the age of 75, November 23rd. He was surrounded by family when he passed. Burial with military honors by the AmVets Honor Guard at Fairview Memorial Park, Elmhurst Township. John Badner of Taylor, sadly preceded in death by his wife, Margaret Shurpron Badner, who he lost in 2004. Galen Snyder, Army veteran, longtime Dana Corp employee from Bloomsburg. We lost him November 12th. Born in Cleveland, one of 7 children. He was raised and educated in the Numidia area. He entered the U.S. Army in 1962 and served us honorably for 2 years. For many years, he was employed at Dana Corp in Berwick. He enjoyed hunting, fishing, camping. He leaves behind a brother and sisters, numerous nieces and nephews. He's survived by a daughter, Gail, and a granddaughter, Courtney. Other family members survived. Galen Snyder, 86 years old when he passed. Our veterans, brought to you by John Basiliga and Basiliga Hospitality Group. Storm Tracker 16 forecast from meteorologist Joe Snedeker. Today, morning clouds, then partly sunny, high of 30. It's 27 as I speak outside the studios. Tonight, increasing clouds, low 20. Saturday, cloudy with a chance of late day snow showers, high 32. Sunday, cloudy with morning snow flurries, high 23 degrees. I don't know if this is true. It was posted on Instagram by Temp2165. Robert De Niro apparently regrets backing communist Mamdani. You heard the South Park that we played. I hope you did. In our opening of the program at 9 o'clock this morning. And his taxes are reportedly going up more than $3 million a year because of this ass Mamdani. And do I care? Not one whit. De Niro deserves every slap in the face he can get. But he says, I already pay more than my fair share. I don't think it's very fair. He's considering selling his Tribeca penthouse and moving to Boca Raton full-time. Oh, my God. That's called getting hoisted on your own petard. That's what that's called. How great is that? Robert Allen Michael, Christmas lights on Church Street. He's from Jessup, and he means the great Church Street in Jessup. Wow, that's great. Hey, this weekend, there's another holiday pop-up at the Scranton Public Market at the Marketplace at Steamtown. And Kristen Powers from Basilica Hospitality is with us to tell us a little bit more. How are you, dear?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
So noon to 5, we have another great event at the second floor at the Marketplace at Steamtown.
Yep. So we are finishing off this year's pop-up series with another holiday market, and it's tomorrow, 12 to 5 p.m. It's over 50 vendors, so we'll be in the main room, which is the old food court, but then also like spilling into the second floor hallway of the Marketplace at Steamtown. There's over 50 vendors, lots of handmade things. Another thing that we added this time is a mini makers section, it's about a half a dozen kids that are selling their wares. So like little budding entrepreneurs. Yeah,
how neat
it's so
is
cute.
that? That is great.
Yeah, and then another kid feature is the Abington Choir will be there from 2 to 3 p.m. singing holiday music, which will be fantastic. Yeah.
You know what's so nice about having the kids there selling their stuff? You bring your kids, they're going to get inspired. They're going to say, I could do that too.
Exactly.
Oh,
and it's such I know, it's a great way to like be inspired, have life skills, and learn these things, even just like connecting with other people and then counting the money, all of that. It's a great time. Yeah.
Oh, boy. So 12 to 5 tomorrow, second floor of the Marketplace at Steamtown, free parking underneath. You can't get better than that. And I know it's getting bigger and better every year. How about that?
Yeah, we're super excited. Santa will also be there noon to 5. He's on the first floor, and then there'll be a special appearance by the Grinch. He'll be upstairs from 2 to 4 p.m.
Well, you got to love the Grinch, you know.
Yes.
Well,
and
you know, it's funny. We only love the Grinch because he lost.
Or did he win? I don't know.
Well,
really
yeah, I know what you mean, but he didn't stop Christmas, and that's the only reason we love him. He got
his
it.
His heart grew, though.
Oh, great.
And if any of your listeners like jazz, there's a great jazz band providing live music noon to 2, made up of Jacob Cole, Mark Woodiett, Nick Driscoll, and John Ventry. And then we have a guitar player, Greg Condrat, from 3 to 5.
I'm telling you, Kristen, that's why these events and the pop-up at the Marketplace of Steamtown has been growing and growing and growing. You got every aspect covered. It's just fun. It's active. It's alive. There's places to shop. Really neat. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you could come down, grab some lunch from one of the anchor vendors that's there, and some of the pop-up vendors will be having lunch as well. Listen to the live music, have a beer or drink from Betty's Bar and Grill, and do your shopping as well. So it's family-friendly, it's fun, and you could hang out for a little bit. You don't have to just come and go.
Marketplace at Steamtown, the place to be tomorrow, noon to 5. Thank you very much, Kristen Powers. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you. Hey, we got to take a break, but quickly. Somebody said, good morning, Bob. You should care about De Niro. That story needs to be shared daily to try to educate those who believe that people like Mom Donnie are the answer to our challenges. You're right. You are exactly right. And by the way, somebody pointed out, I had seen it in the news. I almost can't believe it. The criminal, illegal alien, wife beater, one of these lunatic left-wing judges supposedly released him. Now, I don't know if that's on appeal, if that's a final decision of some sort. Are we going crazy? I just don't get it. I don't get it. A trafficker, human trafficker. This is insane. And somebody pointed out on our own news that they're calling him the Maryland man, the Maryland dad. Wow. Insanity. That's why you need the Club for Common Sense. We'll be back. This is Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah from 1993. Somebody takes in, how nice of you to note today's feast, Our Lady of Guadalupe. Amazing, because the word Guadalupe refers to one crushing the head of a snake, the devil. She that crushes. Perfect bookend to Monday's feast, showing Mary's adversary portrayed as a snake. That prayer of Mother Teresa today, good one too. Keep praying for conversion, ongoing conversion, what spiritual life is all about. You keep praying. I will. Somebody said, I can't tell the difference between Pie Man and Sid, but I love them both. Not somebody, the electrician said it. Well, as we continue, we're going to finish with Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas from, well, it was the most played song in 2024. We'll see how that goes, but especially on this date. Quickly, and my man Nicky DeSanto sent me this. These next two. It says, don't wait to be happy. The perfect moment will never come. Make the most of the one you're in. Health is everything. You only realize it when it starts to fade. Cherish and protect it now. Number 3, time doesn't come back. Spend it with people who make your soul feel light. Number 4, call your parents. One day you'll reach for the phone and wish you could. Number 5, say, I love you more. Don't let ego hold back what your heart wants to say. Number 6, memories versus money. No one remembers the car you drove, just the laughter you shared. Number 7, let go of the grudges. You're not punishing them. You're only hurting yourself. Number 8, stop waiting. Start that dream. Take that trip. Hug that person. Life doesn't pause. Number 9, people forget words, but they never forget how you made them feel. Number 10, you're never too old to love again, to start over, to change, and to grow. And as we head into the weekend, you think of this horrendous machete attack in Scranton. We remember the thin blue line that's separating us from this mayhem. Hopefully, we need them. And the policeman's prayer again from Nicky DeSanto. Lord, bless the ones who wear the badge, the ones who walk the beat. Protect and keep them safe while they are on the street. As they wait and as they watch, doing good for all. Guide their minds and give them strength for each and every call. Ready to put their lives on the line, give them courage each day. Let them know you're always there in each and every way. So bless the ones who wear the badge, protect them from harm, always keep them safe and in your loving arms. And outside the Bloomsburg American Legion, as we mention our veterans one last time, there's a beautiful granite stone. I'll add a couple of words, but it says, what is a veteran? A veteran, whether active duty, discharged, retired, or reserve, is someone who at one point in his or her life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America and its people for an amount of up to and including his or her life. That is honor. And thanks to John Basiliga, we honor veterans today like Daniel Luce, Wilkes-Barre, Richard Griffin, North Scranton, Jerome Holland, Kingston, James Rada, Wilkes-Barre, Gerald Poppy Heron, Duryea and Nicholson, Richard Butch Jackson, Canadensis, Factoryville and Scranton, John Badner, Taylor, and Galen Snyder, Bloomsburg. Remember what they did for all of us. Well, I tell you, and we try to finish the show with this great poem by Norma Cornett Merrick. We found it in the obituary for my friend's mom. Her name was Doreen Gorieb. It's called Tomorrow Never Comes. Reach out this weekend if you can. Friend, family, whatever. If I knew it would be the last time I'd see you walk out the door, I'd give you a hug and kiss and call you back for just one more. If I knew it would be the last time, I would spare an extra minute or two to stop and say I love you instead of assuming you know I do. So just in case tomorrow never comes and today is all I get, I'd like to say how much I love you, and I hope we will never forget. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone, young or old alike, and today may be the last chance you get to hold your loved one tight. So if you're waiting for tomorrow, why not do it today? For if tomorrow never comes, you'll surely regret the day that you didn't take that extra time for a smile, a hug, or a kiss, and you were too busy to grant someone what turned out to be their final wish. So hold your loved ones close today and whisper in their ear that you love them very much and you'll always hold them dear. Take time to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, or it's okay. And if tomorrow never comes, you'll have no regrets about today. Guys, great to be with you all week and particularly today. God willing, I'll be with you Monday morning right at 9:05. But in the meantime, have a nice, peaceful, safe weekend, and we will gavel to a close this meeting of the Club for Common Sense. Meeting adjourned.